Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will be looking at the March 2022 prediction file. We will be looking into the listening section specifically if you wanna covering the listening section part. Now, the first thing to know is what is a prediction file. A prediction file is a collection of important questions that frequently come in the exam. In this prediction file, it's a booklet. You will have the answers of most of the important questions. So here is your preparation. Some of the parts of here will have only the questions. So for example, essay, which is part of your writing, will only have the questions. So for answers, obviously you have to go on Aiwa and practice. Now, let's focus on the listening section. But before we do, understand one thing. The prediction file is not a preparation file. It is a revision file. That means that before jumping onto the prediction file, you must have been doing practices on Aiwa, and those questions that you have practiced on Aiwa, if it is an important question, it will show up in the prediction file. So basically, as I mentioned, that if you have not done the practice, it's not a practice file, it's a revision file. So you must use prediction file very wisely, maybe last week before your exam. Now, another thing is that prediction file changes from month to month. So right now we are looking into the March prediction file. If your exam is in April, then looking into the March prediction file is not going to be helpful. So that's why it is always recommended that you use the prediction file 1 week before your exam so that you're able to use the proper file as well as do preparation and not rely completely on this, because you have to practice exam questions, which is the most important part of PTE. Okay, now let's jump into the listening section and show you how you need to prepare. Now, as you can see in here, for the listening section, we have only 3. Why? Because these are the 3 most important things in the listening section. So we'll jump into summarize spoken text, and as you can see, the questions are here. So this is a transcript of the question, and a model answer is also given. Now, some of them will have a model answer, some of them won't have a model answer. Most of them is giving you the important information. So make sure that if you haven't practiced that, first and foremost, what you'll need to do is over here, you see on the listening section, summarize spoken text part, it says practice on Portal. So this will directly link you to your Aiwas Plus. So when you click on that, it takes you to your summarize spoken text. Now the question that you were looking on Aiwas, on your prediction file, if you haven't practiced there, this is where you search that question and you practice it here. So I think the question that we were looking at before was something to do with eardrums, or let's just see if I can find that. It was sound receptors, I think. Sound receptors, or something to do with receptors. Yeah. So the questions will pop up, receptors. Yep, the question pops up and you practice it from there. Okay, so this is how you will be practicing on Aiwas. Please make sure that you practice on Aiwas and then go back to your prediction file for revision, for going through the important key points in there. So here, sound receptors, small devices, flappy, warmer. So those are your keywords that you should be looking for when you're doing this question in the exam. All right. Next up is your fill in the blanks listening. So in here, what you're doing is you're practicing this question again on Aiwas. If you haven't done it, again, please make sure you go on Aiwas and you do it, and then you can go through the questions here again. All right. Now, one more thing is the write from dictation part. So for write from dictation, you click on here, the sentences are given here. Now, write from dictation is a very important part, and what you need to do over here is to make sure that you've again done the question. So if you've not, click on Portal, go to Portal, and then you do that question. Search the sentence, search the text. You should be able to find that on Aiwas, and you practice that. Okay. Now, once you've done the practice, it is recommended that for repeat sentences and write from dictation, you type down all of these sentences at least once in your let's say Word document or wherever you want. Just type down the sentence so that you are aware of the spellings and you have practiced those spellings as well, because typing is a skill that you need to improve as well. So this will help you with your typing as well. So just make sure that each sentence is at least once you've typed down on a notepad or a Word document. right? And that's pretty much it for the prediction file for our listening section. Hope it is going to help you in your preparation, and make sure, as I've mentioned, to use this as a revision, not as a preparation, right? Thanks for listening and have a lovely rest of the day.